Ever had one of those rotten jobs that you really like to put off on somebody else? But okay. I'll compare these two. No problem. Greetings, YouTube and Lock and Load Ninjas. Back again. This is the third and final video for the moment in the Staccato barrage. Staccato, formerly STI, of course. Now, in 2019, STI completely revamped their line. They came out with the Staccato line, and the initial Staccato P and the Staccato C was quite the stir in the industry. The Staccato C was named the best carry gun in the industry. And the Staccato P started being adopted by all kinds of law enforcement agencies across the country. There's a few reasons for that, but we're not going to get into that right now. What we're going to do is, I did this last year. I compared the Staccato P to the Staccato C. And there was one distinct advantage the Staccato C had, which was it was a single stack, a deep cover sort of carry gun. Today, the Staccato C2 doesn't have that issue. Slightly bigger grip, slightly longer grip, double stack. It comes in and it becomes a true fighting pistol. Then there's the Staccato P 4.4. The Staccato P original was 4.15 inches. This gun in this configuration, as I hold it, which these are opposite of what they were last year. Last year my Staccato C had no optic and the Staccato P had a optic. This year it's opposite. In this configuration, Tony Pignato, who is the marketing experience guy at Staccato, he can literally carry any gun he wants in their line. And when this gun came out, he bought it. And there's a reason for that as well. This is and both of these guns, these are superb upgrades and evolutions in where the guns are. And this is just they changed over the product line last year. They changed the name this year. And this is what we get. We get this kind of evolution. So I thought it would be interesting because now these guns are closer. And you can definitely see the lineage and everything. And the, oh my gosh, that trigger. Oh, goodness gracious. I could just make a video of doing that. But that's beside the point as well. For some of you, buying one of each of these, well, you're going to get what you pay for. Interestingly enough, this gun in this configuration is $500 cheaper than this gun. And this gun does not come with an optic, but it does come with the Duo, the Dawson Universal Optics system. This one does come with a pretty good cut, though, right here, and a really good adjustable sight, both for up and down, left and right. But if you're one of those people that's only going to buy one of these, that's what I'm going to try to answer. No promises. Now, if you're trying to look for the differences in the gun, besides it being, it's going to be longer, it's going to be taller, it's going to weigh a little bit more. It does have the same 4-pound trigger that is god-awful good. It does have the same ambidextrous safeties, the same DLC coating, the same underrail, although it has a slightly longer accessory rail on it. Same grip module. But it does have the TAS rear sight system, which this would adapt really easily to an optic. It's already pretty much sort of cut. I have sort of played around with that idea. I haven't really gotten to that part yet. But it does have also, its standard magazine is 17 rounds, and it comes with 20 rounders as well. And it will take any, as will the C2. it will take any of the types of magazines that will work in a Staccato gun. The original Staccato ones that were silver, the nickel-plated ones, the MBX ones, which I love, they will all work in these guns. Easily work. So there's no shortage of magazines out there. So, really, truly, this becomes more of a tale, I think, of preference. Because here you have two really fine examples. These are both fighting pistols. I think most people would defer to this one as the duty pistol. Whereas this one might be a carry gun, but I mean, it's not that much smaller to where it couldn't be a duty gun. And let me just address something real quick. Some of you got out there and you were asking me about these screws that were going into the top of the sight here, which are not the original ones that came with the Delta Point Pro. My gunsmith son actually found these at Home Depot. The other ones got drilled out and they were no good, so we made do. Life finds a way. So first, when you look at this gun, and I'm gonna tell you where when I took these out to the range the other day, I shot them both back to back, and that created a big problem. The big problem. It's sort of a big problem. It is really a big problem. A big problem in my perception, because there is a difference. There is a difference. So let's find that difference, and see, the big question is going to be, does the difference matter between these two? So first up, the Staccato C2. So, yeah, Staccato. This C2 is, it's a C2, and is it C squared, C2? I don't know. It could very easily be C squared because it has changed a whole lot of what it is now. To me, it has changed a whole lot of what it is. This is a gun that, if this is what's on me and the excrement hits the fan, I'm not going to be lamenting, oh my God, I've got this one. But then there's this one, the Staccato P 4.4. Now I can tell you right now, there's a difference in the shooting characteristic between this one and the Staccato P from last year. But because of the ammo as it is, I haven't really shot that one this much. So when I went out and shot this past weekend, it was actually sort of a reminder. And so here we are now. Here we are looking at these two guns. If somebody has to make a call, if I'm making the call on to which gun is the better shooting gun, I'm going to have to say it's the Staccato P 4.4. The weight, the more grip, matched with that 4-pound trigger, which is the same in this gun. There is a distinct difference in this. This is I don't know what it is about the tolerance. I don't know what it is about the fit. Whatever it is, this is a truly evolved pistol. And at $19.95, And considering some of the guns that you see out there at various price points, I know there's some people right now that are saying, but I can get a Glock. Well, if you can find one right now, right? But that being aside, yes, a Glock is 25% of this price, and it will afford you just about as much reliability and dependability as anything out there. But if you have to take a shot, at something, if I pull a gun on somebody, if I pull a gun in self-defense and I stick it out there like this, I want to know I'm going to hit what I'm aiming at. I don't want it to be off for the little idiosyncrasies I have with certain striker fire triggers. And my sweet point, my line where I am getting all of my confidence, is in a single point trigger. That does not speak ill of the Staccato C2, that it is not the better shooter between these two. The bones of this gun, the lineage, the DNA of this gun comes from what they found out with the original Staccato P. They took it and they incorporated it in the smaller package, and I would put this one on par with last year's Staccato P. And that's really all there is to it. It's just one of those things that so there's certain things you can't overcome. Weight when you're shooting is one of them, and this one it's not heavy. I think it's 330 ounces, I think. So it's not that bad. I misspoke. It's 33 point. This is 33.3 ounces. This is 25.7 ounces. Yeah, I mean it just comes down to that. Having said that, the controllability of this gun is spooky. It is spooky how easy it is to control this. Matched with an optic, this is very, very, very accurate. There's just the slightest difference in shooting impulse difference, and that's it. If you got one of these, and you're thinking to yourself, do I need a second one? Well, listen, more guns, more fun, right? But I don't think with either one of these, you're not settling. You have made a splendid choice. So let's talk about the comments from you guys from the last video, the C2 that I took to the range, that C2 right over there that I took to the range. What did you have to say about that? First up, we've got the Lego Joker. Your comment about the single action triggers is spot on. I am blessed to own a Staccato C2 and a P and a Wilson EDC X9, and those guns relegated my other guns to safe duty and or trade fodder. Took me a while to get used to disengaging the safety on the draw, but with a little practice I've gotten to the point that I swipe for a safety even when shooting a non-safety firearm. When you can get a single action trigger and 100% reliability, that's a hard combination to beat as long as you can swing the cost of admission. I wish I'd said that, but all of that's true. All of that is absolutely true. Thank you, Lego Joker, for that. Then, next up, from Bronson McGriff. Bronson wants me to go to the dark side. How would you compare this pistol in size and weight to your Chambers Fat WMGC? You trying to get me to make another video, Bronson? And I don't have it up here with me, or I would be holding it up right now. The Chambers guns are built there's a little bit of difference in the geometry. They fit in the same kind of holsters and everything without too much issue. The Fat WMGC, which has an optic on it, is comparable in weight to this, is what I have found. Both of these guns weigh more than the C squared. I'm gonna start calling it that. I just like thinking about it that way. Thank you, Bronson McGriff. And then Dennis B, who watches quite a few of my videos, he asks, why am I not getting notifications on your videos? Well, because I'm demonetized, and because I'm a gun channel, and because there's a few people that do this kind of stuff and do these kind of reviews that have been demonetized. And for that reason, Some of you now, when I had Honest Outlaw on my show one time, and I get notifications of his videos all the time, but he doesn't get notifications of mine. So it YouTube, it's YouTube. That's all it is YouTube. So, in any event, once again, thank you for all of you that participate, that give me a comment. It sort of sends me in a direction, everything. Bronson McGriff, you and I think too much alike. You may need to seek a psychiatrist. If you like this kind of content, and I hope you do, do me a couple of favors if you would be so kind. First of all, give me a thumbs up. There's some people that watch my videos. Every time I put up a video, there's one or two right away that are going to give me a thumbs down. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you would. Subscribe to the channel. Despite the fact that it doesn't seem to work, hit the notifications. Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. I'd appreciate that. That helps me. That helps me figure out what to do next, or what you may be interested in seeing next. And I'll tell you what, I'm out of here.